Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And we're here live in Las Vegas at the Connect Thrive Summit. And I am here with someone I've known for quite a while, Josh Reimer. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good. I was just thinking about it today. Before you even, I didn't know when you were going to be. I knew you were going to be here in Vegas, but so when you showed up today, I was like, oh, this is great. Because I was thinking of you. You were one of the very first, even before there was influencers and social media out there in the way it is today. But you were presenting at a LGBT travel conference in Canada, but it was all kind of based on this YouTube stuff you were working on. And was that kind of how you got started in all this?
Yeah, I had the most discussed video of all time on YouTube in 2007.
Okay.
So I was very early into the whole YouTube thing. Yeah, definitely before influencers and all that existed. I tried to actually get some sponsorships and brand deals, but they wouldn't even consider paying anything. It was a real struggle to get them to give me something to give away to viewers. But yeah, so I ended up being sort of an early adopter for YouTube before it took off.
I witnessed that. I was there because the presentation you gave, you just had a variety of different YouTube videos that you were showing people how things are done, but they're hilarious. And so you kept us going very well.
Oh, good.
And I remember to this day. We won't say how many years ago that was.
Yeah,
because
I don't remember. That was like my big first speaking. They let me be the closing keynote. So. Yeah, it was sort of my intro to the whole world of travel conferences.
But ever since then, so you've evolved and social media has come along and influencers have become a thing. But yeah, how has that influenced you and where you're, kind of where you're at today?
Oh, it's changed a lot. Like now brands are willing to pay. They do see the value and the influence that people on social media have. And it's really taken off for me. I find now, originally, when influencers started to take off, there was sort of, I think, a focus on like the big people, the people who had like millions of followers. And now there's kind of a lot of micro influencers. And so someone like me who isn't necessarily a huge influencer, I still can get a lot of brand deals because I'm like Canadian, LGBT, sometimes specifically to Vancouver. I get a lot of brand deals for people who are really looking for like who I reach.
I think they also because it's not just micro-influencers, it's a concept. It feels like because people are so much more engaged with you. You're speaking more to a more focused audience. They're engaged. It's a two-way street. You've got a relationship. But I think that's been the evolution because you were being compared once upon a time when it was all about media. And look at this is our not publication. This is our print run. This is how many people we reach. Websites come along. These are all the impressions we can deliver. And then they're looking at you guys going, but people seem to be paying attention to you.
Right.
But do you have and so, but they just translated those numbers along the way at first, I think. But as it's evolved, I do believe that they've really learned that it's not a numbers game like that.
Yeah.
That's part of it, but it really is your relationships, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. People, especially on YouTube, have been watching me since 2007.
Yeah.
So they know me, they like me, they trust me. When I get a recommendation, it's from a friend. It's going to be a lot different than an ad in the newspaper.
Yeah, but you're also more professional, I would say, in my opinion. You've got, because you've got the media kit, even a single-page PDF that really describes, here's who we are, here's our reach, and it goes through just YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and so forth. But you really got that down so that businesses do understand exactly what you're about.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it too. That. A lot of people can just be an influencer because they're popular, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be great to deal with on the brand side, or that they're properly running this as a business. And I've been trying to actually run it as a business. So take the business hat and the goofy online personality hat and put them together.
Well, I know you were on the Bakaya cruise 2 years ago before COVID and all the shutdowns.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, you've done quite a lot like that, though, right? Different travel destinations and.
Yeah, tons of destinations, and I'm going on a Bakaya riverboat cruise in November.
I am too, so I'm going to be on there with you.
Get out!
Yeah.
It's actually going to be my honeymoon cruise.
We're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting it in New Orleans on the 16th. And
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm excited that this is my first trip back to the United States since COVID.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to go to Chicago next month, and then to New Orleans the month after that. So I'm excited for the world to reopen.
But you also did something more unique. The whole camping. There was like a camping thing out of Maine or something then?
Yeah, it's called Camp Camp.
Camp. That was it.
First camp has quotes and then
Yes,
camp.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved that. They invited me out there one year. I had such a great time. I reached out to them and was like, I need to come back again. It's fantastic. You know, all these LGBTQ people, men and women and other, all together on a campground. And then they had to cancel last year, and then unfortunately they had to cancel this year again.
Yeah.
But I still keep in touch with, I actually do it was weekly for a while, Zoom meetups with people from camp, where we play games together and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a nice community.
But as things are starting to open up, any exciting things you're working on or looking forward to?
So, yeah, Chicago, then New Orleans, and actually, I guess that's as far as we thought. It's just like, in Canada, we were a bit slower than you were in America, even for domestic travel.
Yeah.
So when it opened up just like a couple months ago, right away I went to other places in the province of British Columbia. So I went to Penticton and Osoyoos. And then it's just sort of like, okay, maybe I can go to IPW. And like the whole world of possibilities has just opened up very recently for us that we can come here. So it's time to start planning. That's why I'm here.
Meet these destinations. Are you paying attention? Cedar Rapids? No, this is going to be great. I'm looking forward to being here with you this week and this weekend, and I'm just excited of all the conference world and everything is starting to open back up again.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here with me.
Yeah, great to be here.
All right,
It feels good, so good, coming back again.